Okay, my name is Michael Gill. I live in New Hampshire and I have for 58 of my 60 years. What I'm picking up now is a letter from my daughter. Maybe some of you are familiar with what I've been doing with state of corruption, because that's what you have in family court. The judges are 100% corrupt. And I know there's people in this room that believe that, because I've talked to them. This thing with Title 4D money, you've heard it from a number of victims. You see back here? Other than a couple, I know them all. Right. The little boy and her mother that came in here, I know them too. Why don't you know them, is what I'm saying. There's victims throughout this whole state. I'm going to read a letter. This letter was written 1/12/07. Okay? It was the day before my birthday. My little girl wrote me this letter. She was 12 years old at the time. On a brisk January morning, a beautiful baby boy was born to two deserving parents. This baby became toddler and now has the company of a baby sister. As the family grows, this boy himself became a competitive, hard-working child. He became an older brother to a boy and another sister. His reputation in schools develops as someone who protects the underdogs. He realizes that young, that you believe in yourself in order to accomplish things. His life at home was another world. He was a brother and made fun for his younger siblings, playing tricks and games nonstop. He gradually became a man himself, using his concepts he's learned. He entered himself in the world of business and knew where his place was for him. He started a single fish market and would end up with a chain of successful mortgage companies. He became a father, one by one, to 5 brown-eyed babies. Let each one of them grow uniquely, giving them the lessons and life skills that they would need in their lives. He gave them the freedom to find what they were meant to do in their lives, no matter what it was. The children always knew they had a father like no one other. Someone that stood up for the little guys. Someone who took the hard road in life and made something of himself. The man was a hero in everyone's eyes of his loved ones, especially his daughters. Mariah. Now you ready? I never saw that girl again. She's 21 now. You want to know why I do what I do? This is why. You know what mistake I made? I was wealthy. That's all. You know my divorce call? From Judge Foley, who's corrupt. $5 million. No one argued. My wife was a borderline personality disorder. I had 4 sons I had my whole time. I couldn't see her because she couldn't be left alone. Okay? Now that's the truth. Now that's 10 years later and I'm still right here fighting. That's why I know everybody here. Your family court is corrupt. It is run by the law firms in this state. Who do you think make up the judges? Who do you think make up the lawyers? Where is this Title 4D money? Because I've asked and nobody here knows where it is. They're stealing it. That's what they're doing. This isn't playing laws. I didn't study a study to tell you 2 parents is a good idea. Really? Wow. Right? They're destroying this family. Here's the method. The method is who makes the most money? Who can pay? That's who gets blasted. You're not seeing only men here. You're seeing women here. You know what Diane didn't tell you? That she went out one day in shackles. You know, Audrey didn't come here and sing. She came out in shackles too. Right? Because you know what they're doing? They're speaking on it. They're bringing it to people's attention. You don't think this is possible? Check the internet. I've got a video coming out. You know what we just had on Tuesday with that young lady that left, Janet? The judge had a ruling, and you know what? She lost on everything. But a big mistake. You know what happened? The defense attorney handed paperwork that had to go to her. The judge stapled it. You know what he stapled on it? His decision. Right? Was already made. Right? How's that fraud on the court, Judge Anderson? Now that's out there. Well, once I put it on the internet, he immediately fixed it. It looked like it was written on crayon. And reversed himself entirely. Now how's that for corruption? We don't doubt that? 100% I've been saying it. Anybody suing me? Anybody saying I'm wrong? Now it's on this committee. The people of this state voted you people in. You've got to know. Right? I know you know. Me and you talked about Foley.
Excuse me, sir, you've used up your time, but I will leave it open to the committee to ask you questions so that you can get more of your message out.
Yes.
Okay? Representative Rice.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for your testimony. So, we know.
That it's corrupt?
This is children and family law. This is not judiciary. How would you expect us to rein in the judges?
No
is what I'm
problem.
asking.
We have to call in a investigation. We cannot have fraudulent, corrupt judges making decisions on our children, especially when we make it so random where they can make anything. We have got to call a cop. Now the AG's office knows this. Now I am also making this committee aware. I have a complaint with the Department of Justice, which is why I came to people inside this committee. So this is going to be, you've heard Kathleen Payne? Look on the internet, find out who was working with her. Oh yeah, that's me. I just indicted 23 people out in Pennsylvania, and I'm going to do more here. So it's time we start coming forwards and turn around and admit we know it's wrong. And I know that this committee's plugged in too. Okay? Right. So we're going to be looking to you guys if this doesn't change.
Any further? Representative Chase.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you for taking my question. Maybe I missed it.
Could you speak a little louder?
I'm sorry. Maybe I missed your saying this, but are you a lawyer?
No. And you know something? Neither are any of these people lawyers. Because they can't get lawyers. But I do have an ad in the law journal. You know what it's for? $10 million. I can't hire a lawyer. For $10 million. So what is all the lawyers out there who know it's corrupt that won't take the $10 million? Right? So you know what? I'm a radio host, but I wasn't one before. I'm running for governor and I wasn't a politician. So no, I'm a lawyer, but I kicked the ass of the New England Bar Association president now, didn't I? On video.
No more of that work, okay?
That's as good as I can get. Under the circumstances.
Representative Alisea.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Jones, thank you for your testimony. I have a question. I don't know what plugged in means.
Say that again?
You said that this committee was plugged in.
Right. They're getting information from these law firms on what to vote on.
Well, that's,
I'm getting it from this committee.
well, please.
Absolutely.
I really need to clarify this because as a
That's
member,
up to the people of this committee who know that and told me to state it themselves.
okay, well, that's them.
But I'm having it investigated, and yes, I believe that is exactly what's happening.
Okay, please.
Yes, ma'am. You may say what you want.
Thank you. As a member of this committee, I can tell you that I'm not plugged into anything. I was in a...
I can tell you that this committee is. Okay? In fact,
Excuse me. Can the representative finish, please? Thank you.
As an elected official, I work for all the people of the state of New Hampshire. And while I'm in this committee and while I'm in the House of Representatives, so I take great pride in that.
so you know of no corruption.
Excuse me.
Well, let's wait a minute. Do you know of any corruption?
I would like for you to answer my question prior to me answering that. What I'm
Exactly.
asking is, what is plugged in?
What is plugged in? That means telling the committee what they wanted voted on so that these law firms have more of an edge in court and the people have less and less power.
Thank you, Mr.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd like to get back on the substance of the bill, not what's
Well,
going
if
on
the
in
bill-
the court, sir.
If you're having the bill, so we're saying the bill is for betterment of the children. Are you kidding me? What's been done? That's a Band-Aid. And we're talking to Foley, and Foley is one of the most corrupt judges in the state. There's a network of corrupt judges.
Sir, if you can't stay on the
Well,
substance
this is
of
the bill. You're trying to influence the judges to be more fair when it comes to children. They're not. It's not gonna be. It's still down to their own discretion. It's gonna be who makes the most money each and every time. You know something? You don't know, the committee doesn't know that.
Mr. Dale, we have a question here for you.
So, you support the bill, but what I'm hearing is that the bill's not gonna do anything.
The bill's not gonna do anything because the system broke. You're arranging the furniture and the house is on fire.
What do you support of this bill? How do you support this bill?
I support the bill if you turn around and start arresting the judges. You start turning around. Listen, if you put, I don't care what law you put in, but if you put it inside a corrupt system, it's still gonna turn out bad.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time and your
Was
testimony.
that all the questions?
I see no further questions.
Oh, see, there was.
I'm sorry,
No, I apologize.
go right ahead.
In the interest of time, are there any last points that you wanted to make?
I'm saying that this can be changed. You owe it to the children and the families of this house, of this estate. You know why you have one of actually the worst heroin problem? There's a couple reasons, but that's it. So my last statement is you've got to take action. People are looking to this committee for help. You are representing them. They see you as one of them. They don't see you as a lawyer. How I talked to the people in the committee was that I wanted to come forward with a group, some people that were already here, to tell you what's happening, to only find out that you know.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You got a question?
We have two questions. You put your hands up at the same time. Who wants to go first?
Thank you, Madam Chair, and Mr. Gill, thank you for your testimony. I'm trying to summarize what a lot of you
I apologize. Go right ahead, Representative.
So I'm trying to summarize. I think what you're telling us is that the bill we're talking about, HB 1118, we should pass that because it's probably, I think you would admit it's a small step in the right direction. But then, after we pass that, we should do a little more digging. And I believe we passed, if the chair may correct me, I believe we passed a committee to study some of these issues.
Yes, Representative.
A different hat on a, you know, it's corruption. So this bill,
Thank you.
it looks like a smoke screen to me.
Representative Itzel, you have a question?
Yes, would you believe that the equity jurisdiction of our family court is defined as notwithstanding law to the contrary, that means in spite of law to the contrary, that they have the powers of equity in all of their cases to do?
Are you referring to the judge?
The judge, the master, whatever, that in fact that we state in the equity jurisdiction of our laws, of the family court, that they have the power to ignore our laws.
Well, yes. So look what happened.
There's no overseeing.
Excuse me, no comments from the audience, please.
Right. I mean, they left it to the judge's own discretion. All these rules and laws don't mean anything. And they are corrupt. I mean, I just gave you an example of Judge Anderson. You understand? He wrote his decision before they had the hearing and signed it and then reversed himself when he found out. So there shouldn't be a question. That is hard evidence that you have a New Hampshire judge that was corrupt and shown you that. In fact, it was against that woman who left. She would have lost her home. She came to see me. It was predatory lending. And they tried to cover it up. So there is corruption with these judges, and that's what we got to do first. Okay.
Any other questions? Thank you for the testimony. I do want to read you notes. Mr. Gill, you have, unfortunately, you have offended some committee members with your allegations that we are plugging.
Excuse me, say this again?
You have offended some of the committee members stating that we are, to quote you, plugged in.
Right. I'm glad
The
you're
majority
offended.
of us are not plugged in, sir.
I believe you are.
You're out of order? Sit. Please have a
No,
seat,
I'm
sir.
not sitting. We're leaving.
That's fine,
And
sir.
you are corrupt. And your associates think you are.
That's
And I will
fine,
make
sir.
it, and I will make it public. So I'm glad you're offended. You should be.
Why did you
You do
silence
not
him
leave the
if you're not
room now. I
He's
will
leaving.
call security.
I just said I was.
He's on his way out.
Sir.
That's it.